I never imagined my life would unravel like a cheap sweater, thread by thread, until there was nothing left but holes. I'm Sarah Thompson, 35 now, but let's rewind to when I was 24, fresh out of college, with a marketing degree and a heart full of optimism. That's when I met Jake at a bustling Seattle coffee shop. I was juggling a latte and my laptop, spilling half my drink when I bumped into him. He laughed it off, those deep blue eyes crinkling at the corners, and insisted on buying me a replacement. Fate's way of saying hello, he joked. He was 26, a tech sales rep with ambition burning brighter than the Puget Sound sunset. We talked for hours that day about dreams, travel, our shared love for hiking the Cascades. It felt effortless, like we'd known each other forever. Dating was a whirlwind. Jake was attentive, surprising me with picnics at Gasworks Park or tickets to Seahawks games. He wasn't flashy, but thoughtful, remembering my favorite wildflowers or cooking my mom's lasagna recipe after I mentioned missing home. We got engaged after a year, on a rainy hike where he proposed with my grandmother's ring he'd secretly had resized. The wedding was intimate, on a sunny beach in Cannon Beach, Oregon, with just family and close friends. Vows exchanged under a driftwood arch, promising forever. Lily arrived 2 years later, a bundle of joy with Jake's dimples. Max followed 18 months after, completing our little family. We bought a cozy craftsman house in Bellevue, with a backyard for barbecues and a swing set. Jake climbed the corporate ladder, becoming regional manager, while I scaled back to part-time freelance work to be with the kids. Life was a postcard, family ski trips to Whistler, movie nights with popcorn fights, Jake tucking the kids in with silly stories. But perfection is fragile. The first whisper of doubt came subtly, not with a bang. Jake's work trips increased, conferences in San Francisco, client dinners in Portland. He'd come home smelling faintly of unfamiliar perfume, but he'd hug me tight and say, "Missed you, babe. These deals are killer." I'd nod, chalking it up to his drive. He was always good at that, making excuses sound like compliments to his hustle. Then the phone habits shifted. It was always face down on the table, notifications silenced. If it buzzed during dinner, he'd glance and pocket it quickly, murmuring about spam. I teased him once. "Secret admirer?" He chuckled. "Only you, Sarah." But his eyes darted away, just for a second. The lipstick stain was the first tangible clue, about 6 months in. Crimson red on his white collar, not my nude gloss. I found it while sorting laundry, heart skipping as I held it up. That night, over stir-fry, I asked casually, "Rough day? Looks like you got marked." He froze, then laughed it off. "Oh, that? Crazy client meeting. Hug from a colleague who overdid the makeup. Nothing, really." He changed the subject to Lily's school play, and I let it go. Why rock the boat? We were happy, weren't we? But sleep evaded me that night, doubts creeping like shadows. More signs piled up, sneaky and insidious. A receipt for a boutique hotel in downtown Seattle crumpled in his jacket pocket. No business expense listed. His gym bag with a stray earring that wasn't mine. Late nights turned into overnights. "Team building retreat, hon. I'll call the kids in the morning." He'd video chat back around a bland hotel room, but his voice sounded distant, rehearsed. I confided in my best friend Mia over wine. "Am I paranoid?" She squeezed my hand. "Trust your gut, but talk to him." I tried, but Jake deflected masterfully. "Work's intense, Sarah. I need your support, not suspicion." Guilt washed over me. I'd had postpartum blues after Max, crying spells that therapy fixed. Maybe I was overreacting. Then the dam broke on a stormy Tuesday in October. Kids at school, me home with a migraine. Jake's phone charged on the kitchen counter, forgotten in his rush. A notification popped. "Alex work. Can't stop thinking about last night. When's our next escape?" My stomach lurched. PIN was our anniversary, trusting fool. Unlocking it revealed a nightmare. Endless texts, emojis of hearts and flames. "You're my everything," he wrote to her. Photos, them in lingerie, hers, candlelit dinners, A selfie from Maui, the same resort as our honeymoon. Alex was his executive assistant, 25, with long blonde waves and a predatory smile. They'd started a year ago, innocent flirting, escalating to full-blown affair. He confessed in messages, "Sarah's great, but you ignite me." Plans to divorce after Max started kindergarten to minimize disruption. Betrayal hit like a tidal wave. I screamed into a pillow, tears soaking it, printed everything, evidence for later. When Jake sauntered in that evening, humming a tune, I was ready. "Explain this," I said, voice steel, shoving the stack at him. His face drained of color. Denials first. Hacked. Fake. Then crumbling. "It was a mistake, Sarah. Stress relief? I love you, the family." But the texts showed otherwise. He called her soulmate, mocked my naggy reminders. The fight raged, him pleading on knees, me hurling his suitcase out the door. "Get out before the kids see." Lily and Max were upstairs, playing Legos, but they heard the yelling. Lily peeked down, wide-eyed. "Mommy mad?" I scooped them up, faking calm, as Jake drove off into the rain. Divorce loomed like a storm cloud. I filed first, seeking amicable split, 50-50 custody, fair assets. But Jake, he morphed into a stranger, cold, calculating. Hired Harlan Voss, the infamous divorce attorney who'd shredded celebrities in court. Voss was a bulldog in pinstripes, known for turning victims into villains. Jake's counterclaim? I was emotionally unstable, unfit for primary custody. Dug up my old therapy records. How? Breach. But legal gray area. Twisting postpartum into ongoing mental health issues. Accused me of neglect. Sarah prioritizes work over family, citing my freelance gigs, all while hiding his sins. He even alleged I was alienating the kids, based on one tearful call where I vented to Mia on speaker. The battles were brutal. First mediation. Jake sat smug, Voss firing questions like bullets. "Mrs. Thompson, your hysterics during the separation. Did the children witness?" Twisting our fight. I countered calmly, but inside, fury boiled. Discovery revealed more. Jake funneling bonuses to a hidden Cayman account, buying Alex jewelry with marital funds. My lawyer, Rita Klein, a fierce advocate for women, unearthed it all. Subpoenaed emails, bank statements, even hotel security footage showing them together. Alex testified reluctantly, crumbling under cross. It was mutual, but he pursued me. Court days dragged. 6 hearings over 4 months. Psych evaluations. Mine glowing, his noting impulsivity. Kids interviewed by a guardian ad litem. Lily whispered she missed Daddy, but loved Mommy's bedtime stories. Jake played dirty. Anonymous tips to my boss about personal drama. Trying to sabotage my job. Voss pushed for full custody. Mr. Thompson provides stability, a steady career, no emotional volatility. But Rita flipped it. Adultery, deception, financial fraud. That's stability? The judge, a stern woman with zero tolerance for BS, saw through it. Ruled in my favor, primary custody to me, Jake every other weekend and Wednesdays. Child support mandatory, assets split 60-40 my way, after proving his hiding. Alimony denied. Voss's win. But I didn't care. Freedom mattered more. A year on, scars fade but ache. I'm in a new apartment, thriving at a full-time job. Dating Tom, a gentle architect who actually listens. Therapy helps unpack the gaslighting. Jake was subtle, a master manipulator, making me doubt myself. The kids? Resilient. Lily's in dance, Max loves soccer. They ask about Daddy less. Jake's with Alex, but rumors via mutual friends say it's crumbling. Her demanding marriage, him stalling. Karma's slow burn. If I could warn my younger self, love isn't blind trust. Watch the whispers, the inconsistencies. They build to roars. But from ashes, I rose stronger. Forever? Just a word. Real strength is rebuilding alone.